So I get to go to Home Depot as a little outing. I'm in the car getting gas, but I just wanted to talk real quick about my face. I went to the hospital with the dripping staph, which I already felt like was obvious. Like there's a drying agent because it was dripping differently, much more internally. I don't know how to explain it because I'm not a doctor, but Jacob's mom gave me like this drying stuff, and it said on the label like it would tattoo and scar your skin. It causes excessive drying and not to use it on an open wound, so I didn't use it. But my wounds have been very dry, to the point where I'm getting like dry around it, and I had to exfoliate. So this, I don't know, it's different. It feels like basically anywhere where there was any kind of deficit, any kind of crater, there was drying agent applied, and then like a second skin, liquid skin, I guess. There's stuff called New Skin. I've never used it myself, but I've heard of it. And I think that this is in hopes to keep these craters open, which would fit the narrative that I was picking at my face and creating these problems. Because every time I went to the fucking doctors and tried to say, hey, this is staph, can I have a test? They were like, oh, it's acne, it's lesions, an abscess, literally anything other than what it was, even though I specifically told them that's what it was, and I asked for a test. I already had it test positive before. The antibiotics worked, but it's interesting because I'm not taking the medication they prescribed to me, but the staph has completely resolved itself. Now I'm just left with these scabs. And you can see like a normal scab, especially like I've already showed everyone, I've been keeping them really, really raw. Been just because I didn't want any skin for anything to fester under, which is, painful, but it's the best way I could do it. Now you can see these scabs. They're not like normal scabs where I could just, grab an edge and probably pick it up and it'd be painful, but I'd pick it. These are so hard to pick. They're like so on my skin. Like nothing I can do can get them off. It takes a lot of time and it hurts. They'll often be attached to like a little piece of skin that'll rip. I don't want to pick it because there's nothing underneath it. There's no staph. I can feel there's no swelling. There's no infection. There's no redness. There's no any reason for me to basically open a wound. But these scabs, they're just not normal. They're not normal scabs. And you can see in some of the videos I post or the pictures I post, like the day before and the day after, it's like I'll go to bed with it raw and not leaking, and I'll wake up with this big... I wish I could get closer, because it looks pretty natural. It looks pretty normal. The tip sometimes is there'll be like a piece of scab skin like past the red. Also, I don't know for what purpose, but I have noticed like there's a little hole next to this one. There's a little hole next to this one. So I don't know what or why. That's a normal scab. That is a normal ass scab right there. And you can see like, I don't know. I just feel like if I don't document these things, if I don't say anything about some of the stuff that's happening, there's just so much that it would be like crazy for someone to come up with these things on their own and say, oh, these are the things that must have been happening, because they're that far-fetched. But it is my reality. This is what's happening to me. I'm not going to pick my scabs anymore because I have no reason to. Joke's on them about the narrative, because I understand I can't control the narrative that's already put out there. People already believe what they believe, they think what they think, and I've tried to just be myself in hopes that people would see that that's the reality and that the narrative would change. But people aren't receptive to that. It's easier to see me as a bad guy or whatever, I guess. But I've got these, there's just so much to it. I wish I could talk about all of it at once, but I just don't have the time. And when I do, I think of little snippets of it or what I'm experiencing in the moment. And it's really hard to keep track of what I've said and what I haven't, and what you guys know, what you don't, what's updated. So this is where I'm at right now. I'm hoping this heals. I don't care if I get craters in my face. I think it's likely I may get a crater here, and I may get one little... There was like a crack right here, so it's another thing. Sometimes I'll have just like a slice in my skin. I wake up with cuts on my hands, on my chest, different various places in my body that are like such a fine precision deep cut, like it had to be done with like a tack or something very sharp. And I mean, I don't care about the physical pain. I really don't. I only care about the emotional pain, and that's the reality of who I am as a person. So I heard a proverb the other day. It said, you know, he who is not loved by the village will burn it down to feel their warmth. And I can kind of resonate with that to some degree. Like, sometimes I do get angry, you know. I've tried so hard. I'm not a bad person. I've done a lot of good things in my life, and I've apologized for the things that I've done wrong, and yet I seem to have some bad luck, some things happening, bad things. And so I don't know, but I'm not that way. When it comes down to it, is if I really felt so angered that I were to want to do something back, if I were to want to retaliate, because I could. I mean, I'm smart, I'm creative, I'm resourceful, and I could absolutely do some of the things, do unto me as been, do unto you as been done unto me, or whatever, but I'm not. And that essentially would be killing me, would be to try and turn me into this person I'm not a mean person. I hope God sees that. I hope when I go to heaven, all of this is seen through the eyes of whatever higher power is. So this is all the time I got. This has been a good 5 minutes. Just want to do another little close-up. We'll see how it goes in a couple weeks. There's no scab there. That's resolved. This is resolved except for that little one. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, and this guy, which is a whole different situation. He just, like the one I had on my butt, the skin just rubbed away. It was like there was liquid underneath the skin, and it just, this top layer rubbed off. So here I am. Here this is. Welcome to my life. This is day, I don't know, someone should do the math. I'm 31 years old, so that'd be great if someone could do that. I'd love to say that. I don't know. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.